Guys, what's up? So today I'll be breaking down the Chicho form from Star Wars and then comparing it with the original form of what they're drawn from in the movies. Keeping in mind it's also a movie, so they make it look more showy and flashier than actually realistic, which today we're going to comparing it to Kenjutsu, what is the original form of the Shicho form, which is a basic head, shoulder, leg, and then sometimes they'll add a ski, which is a stab, which you never do unless you are actually going to actually thrust your blade into someone. A lot of, when I was learning Kenjutsu, even in sparring, very rarely will I actually do a ski. And then, I have no idea why, it's just how I'm taught. Going over to lightsaber, come back to I think it was Makashi, correct me if I'm wrong. Makashi is the fencer's form, which if you look up cross-cutting, it's the same exact thing, just one-handed. Which then, when you actually put some of those, you can put some of those tricks from the fencing into your two-handed actually. What you can do is circle, which if you've ever done fencing, you know the epee trick, you can do circle, which then you can actually control your opponent's blade and still get that repose. Or still, still stab them when you're learning the ski move, which I was like, oh, that's funny. Today I'm gonna meditate, breathe for like a little bit, then bow into my swords. Bow into the practice. It's just what I do. So bear with me, and I will be showing you what I learned from the Shicho and then the Makashi, which it's the same moves, just slightly different angles. It feels a little different to me, and I had to unlearn what I had learned for the applying that realistically if I were to, someday I'll fight someone with a katana. I have no idea. But yeah, there we go. Okay, so keep in mind, I'm just speaking from my own teachings, and this isn't really saying another teacher could be teaching you something different. I have no idea what each individual teacher will be teaching the student, or sensei, or shihan, or shifu. So this is called fanning the blade, which when you have a katana, I learned not to fan my blade. But as a flow artist, it would go into my, my actual sparring habit. When I'd be feeling good, I'd be fanning my blade. I'd be like, hey, I feel good, right? And then someone would get a point on me. So don't fan your blade, the do's and what not to do. When we learned the Shicho form from the Star Wars movies, we had a night strike, which, so imagine like you're stepping up, like you have your forward stance, right? Or your crescent, which I'm technically just making an L shape. I don't have my katana or my sword, my blade, all the way back here. I also don't have it here, because if someone can actually come in and knock you on the back of your head. So I have it here, my arms are bent. So I guess I'll show you about the grip. So here's my hilt. It is a V3 Initiate, currently on lend to me from my friends. I have my top hand, which grabs it with my 3 fingers. There's that button again. As you can see, it has these little indents, which I like the way it pivots and the way it feels. So then I have my bottom hand is going to be steering. It's moving my saber. It's not the top. So here I have my 3 fingers here, and then I have my 4th out like this, just a little bit, because then when you're doing your stuff, your blade is locked. So really, all you have to do is move your bottom hand. Like that's. It seems like my top hand is moving it, but this is really leading, right? So that's kind of how he taught me to hold my fingers. And again, everyone teaches differently. I'll just be teaching my way. And so yeah, you can either do like a 2-handed thing, or you can do like a 3-handed thing. He always does 2 hands, 2 fingers, right? That's really all you need. Like, so usually you're going to do a night strike, but you're going on top of someone's head, you're slicing through. So you step forward, boom, right? Boom, that's great ethics noises. We're just gonna look like this, sideways. And my arms are out in front of me, right? My arms are kind of bent, kind of like upright horses. They're out, they're nice and soft and malleable, and then I'm flicking my wrist. So my wrist is giving that wrist action, and I'm learning I'm not moving. And it's really fascinating. So here I'm just like, right? So imagine like you're coming on someone's head and you're slicing through their whole body. Then you have, so zone 1, zone 2, zone head 1, shoulders 2, 3, both legs are 4 and 5. So here I'm going for someone's head and I'm slicing through. And then you're gonna reset, and then it's a little confusing actually going back to the forms there. I'm learning everything. So you have your here, then you're going to, you're going like you're at someone's here. So you're going for here, right? So 1, 2, 1, 2. If you throw your hips into it, imagine doing a duck roll, right? You're just like, I have no idea how to do a duck roll. But it's like, just like imagine like you're holding a gun and you're just doing like duck roll. You're just like, what the fuck is a duck roll? But it's literally you're like on your hips and you're just like moving like this. That's not exactly an exact replica of a duck roll. So, but it was weird. I was like what? Right? Because usually you're holding a gun and you're like soothing and you're fiddling. That's what someone said. That's not a great reenactment. May I add? Okay. But to me, it's funny to try and to laugh at myself as I'm trying to explain a duck roll. What that means. It's like, anyways. so as I'm which I kind of push, I am pivoting, like, I don't really know how to describe it to you, but show you. And it adds power. You know how like when you're boxing, you're like, you're throwing yourself into it, like, you know, and you're like thrusting your hips, or like pivoting or moving them, like, I don't know the proper words, so sorry. But, so you have night strike, here, here, then you have your honor strike or whatever it's called. So it's down here, then down here. So towards your 4th or 5th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have your ski. So that is the Shicho offensive. Then you have your defensive. So you have someone coming in on your head, right? So you're gonna go like this. Usually you bring your arms, you have to meet them. You're not going up to you because their blade can still go back on you. So it's almost like rising to meet that momentum. And then you have a defensive thing there. Working on your forearm strength definitely helps. Something I would do is, since I don't have a lot of forearm strength right now, I got kind of sick, so my usual finesse, I think, went down. I've been doing weights and getting back into all of that again, especially since I will be competing at the figure skating Winter Olympics. Winter Olympic Games is the Special Olympics, sport that I'm super excited. So I've been training, and I just got sick for a little bit. So I was like, bummer. But occasionally I still got out there. But anyways, regardless, I feel like I'm a little bit out of shape, and that's okay. So yeah, here, which I would kind of angle it because then their blade could drop down, but that's just my opinion. I will definitely be doing a video testing those theories, seeing the realistic results of how that could happen, because then you're just struggling, they're not trying to come down on you, right? And I actually have an idea. If someone's coming down on you like this, then I don't know, it's just the basic, defensive. So here, you have your defensive, bringing it away from you and out. So they're going to come on and here. They're going to come here on your blade. Then when they are doing, remember this side, right? You're actually going to, so they're coming here or here at your shoulders. Sometimes they'll go for your stomach, but it's anywhere from here to here, right? So you're gonna go 1, 2. So they're coming, so imagine their blade is coming this way, right? Their blade with the two-handed is coming here, right? You normally want to meet them, I don't know, I don't want it to be too close to my hip because then I could knock it. So usually I want to meet them from here, really to here, or no lower than here. But that's just my personal preference because it's just the way I was taught and kind of the way I've started to do things. I realize if they're too close to here, then it's just kind of pointless. I mean, it's not a good impact point. Plus, then they could reach down and go for one of your fingers, which realistically you lose a finger. And CSL, I don't remember, does finger points, I forget. I know the Lightspeed does, but you get someone's finger or hilt, that counts as a point. I reset the formatting, I didn't have no idea. So don't count my word for word. You can always look up the rules at Lightspeed and the Saber Legion. So you have here, and you have here, right? Or I'm actually doing that. Here, here. So boop, boop. And then when you have your right, so that one I was taught to. So when someone's coming down here towards this leg, I'm going to drop my saber and almost do it. So go into what is called a reverse grip, which trying to do this two-handed, I was doing it one-handed. So I usually would step back and do a reverse grip here. So if someone is coming here, the defensive move, so the defending, not the attacking, versus the offensive. I'm going to drop my saber, step back, and then do this to meet their blade, right? And I will be doing some videos to show that with, probably when I get my Jedi Master down here, I probably will be doing a video on that again, to show you what that would look like. And that is the Chicho form. And now I'm going to show you the version of the Kenjutsu, which it felt a little different to me. So here I have my training book on, which this thing is super cool. And so instead of going towards someone's head, I will be going towards, first of all, I square off. I have my blade out in front of me, right? Here is where I learned that crescent, or that L crescent, right? So I'm going to kind of rotate it. You know, the biggest mistake when you're fencing or doing the light speed stuff is people will always go forward instead of moving, right? Moving. So imagine my opponent's here, I always am going to keep my blade straight towards their neck. So I square off with them. I'm always going to be looking at them, watching them, because the way they're going to move is going to, the way the whole body moves, not looking down at the body, looking at them, gives me the ultimate signal of where they're going to move, so I can react accordingly. So instead of doing the Night Strike, right, which that is what I just did. So going through the whole body, imagining this is a very, very sharp katana. You make a mistake, you lost an arm part or a body part or something. When your katanas are very sharp. So yeah. I'm going to square off. Then I'm going to go here. So I'm going from the neck down. So if my katana cut into someone, it would go from here, then down. And so I'm actually looking at myself in the mirror, kind of using myself as an example to practice those strikes. Which that was a bad example. But you can see what I'm doing. Right. So here, I'm cutting across, and this is what I'm learning. So that was not a really good chamber, but whatever. And then so instead of doing the Night Strike, I'm not even going for that. Instead, I'm going to go. So I'm like cutting from here to here, which would go through someone's body like that in an instant. You'll actually see videos of people having the bamboo shoots. You know how you see the samurai or the people doing those tests with the bamboo shoots. They'll cut at an angle, right? They're cutting at an angle. And they're going through multiple bamboo shoots. Sometimes you go through one and you're like, right? I'm just looking at myself, trying to implement that. Feel like. So that's your first strike that I learned. And it feels, when I was doing that with Chicho, it just feels more focused, it feels more realistic, and I'm super excited to be getting some footage, hopefully of a live tournament where I'll be applying that to use and seeing how that is to prove my theory or, see what happens. And then you have your side strikes, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for each side, right? Shoulders, your torso, and then you have your legs, which kind of remind me of the Sarawak sweep, just not like this, right? Oh no, actually put this on. I'm not going to die on me. There we go. Way Gucci. Alright, so let's practice those cuts again. I'm just looking at myself, honestly, in the mirror. I'm curious to see how I get going on the back of this. So then you have your so imagine like I'm slicing here, like at my tummy, like you're slicing someone in half. Which again, I'm just looking at myself in the mirror. So, which, so there's a practice one time when I was studying the Hagdam Do, which in Taekwondo, that's the sword class. You had the boat pins, you actually had a piece of newspaper that you would clip it, and you had to, you step up, you line yourself up, right? You line yourself up with paper, and you make sure you're in proper alignment, and then you'd swing at it. Well, you wouldn't swing, you'd cut through it, and not swinging it like it's a baseball bat, right? It's not a baseball bat. If they hit it like a baseball bat, then it wouldn't cut through. Which, watching them cut through and having someone hit it like a baseball bat would just crumble and kind of, like, not really go through on a clean strike. Which, that was interesting to watch, and it brought me back to that. And yeah. So you're going towards the zone 3 and 4, which is on each side, just like you're going to, don't say 1.5, doesn't matter how big. And then when you have your legs, 5 and 6, it just kind of reminds me of a Sarlacc sweep actually, just not to the side, right? So I'm actually going to step forward, and I'd be going downwards up, like losing like part of my head. So I'd be cutting up here. So like imagine like I'm cutting up, and I'd be going boop. So you can imagine a straight line just being cut off. Which, yeah. And yeah. Hey, that person would be dead. Well, they have lost part of their body, and yeah, So yeah, here, up, up. Then you are going to practice. There is a head thing, which again is a thing. You're just like you're gonna slice through someone. For a while, I was doing 100. No, I should do 400. Which you do 400 of these, and start getting really good tonage on your muscles. I had 400 strikes that I would do, and I do 100 for each move. So you have here, 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 and here. But I was not incorporating I was only incorporating 4 tones. So here, 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 and here, right? So I'd have 400, and I'd break them up to spending 100 on each of those repetitions, and I actually got some like really cool tonage there, tonage, muscle tone. It was fun. I'm gonna get back into that, which that's always fun. I'm going to say that when we see Jedi doing this is why all the Jedi are dead, because this doesn't leave you very, very protected. And, I need to show you the offense, right? We can start with the defense. So the defense TD Kenjutsu form is here. So they're going to slide off my blade. So someone comes at you with, you are going to, right? So it just slides off. Then when you have your side slashes, like you're going to cut someone in half, you are actually going to bring, I was taught to bring my saber down here, my saber, my sword, whatever, my boken, my shinai, whatever I'm training with. And I always have two hands on my sword. It's not a one-handed sword. And imagine like they're just coming into that, right? My shoulders are also popping, which that's also great. So I bring it down here and then here, which so when they're coming in, they're just, two hands, they're doing that. Then there was one more, which, oh man, I managed skipped on that one, which, let me see if I can remember it. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes I'll just have like a special moment. I'll have to ask him about that one because I just forgot it. And then when you have someone doing the ski, which is your jab, you can actually do what's called a circle. And this is kind of a fencing trick. So I would do a little circle and then go in. Because I'm almost like I'm intercepting his blade, or you can, and then I would stab. Which, that's what I learned. I'm really bummed out. I cannot remember that thing. Oh well, I will have to. This is the first attempt of me breaking down and showing my brain. So yeah, that ends today's video. And again, I will be posting a video on how that is different compared to the Shicho. It's the same thing, I just feel like it's slightly different and more focused and tight. Which, doing that with the Shinai is a very, very satisfactory noise, may I add. One of the things I like about polycarbonate blades is that you can go against the Boken and the Shinai. And yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, may the force be with you. And if there's any forms you want me to discuss next, I will do some research. I've been working on Ontario because I think it's fun. As a dancer and flow artist, but not realistically speaking. But yeah, I will definitely be doing some of that another time. And as always, may the force be with you.